You know how to bring a smile to your face? All right, let's get your perspective on Brooklyn, because when you look at Kyrie's fourth quarter, he went 3 for 10. Now, he's out there on the floor. We know KD's going to be sidelined for a while. He's got to be the leader now. But watching last night, what struck you about how he handled that opportunity?
Well, I mean, listen, it comes down to this, right? We're not asking for the full course meal. We're just asking for an appetizer, a small sample size until Kevin Durant get back. For us, Kyrie Irving, can he lead this team by putting up big numbers, making guys around him better, and getting wins? He haven't shown us that throughout his career. Forget being at Brooklyn. So here's a time for him to at least have a Tyrese Halliburton type of impact on this Brooklyn Nets roster. I'm not asking for him to go out there and have a triple-double like Luka Doncic or Jokic or even Jason Tatum. The Brooklyn Nets just need efficient 25 points a night, 11 or 12 assists, making guys around him better, holding guys accountable, holding himself accountable, keeping them above water until Kevin Durant gets back. And right now, he's 0-1. And the clock is ticking.
Yeah, but he had to take those 10 shots in the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons, by the way, for those keeping score at home, he had 0 points. I had 9 rebounds and 13 assists.
Hannah,
yeah.
As expected.
Oh, as expected. Jeez, Perk. I knew that was coming. Thanks, Perk.
They will have to get it done without their injured superstar for at least the next few weeks. Coach Vaughn, how much will KD's injury affect the team's mentality going forward?
I'll just say no excuses. Not giving this group a chance to make excuses. Here to play, here to win, here to compete. Doesn't change. Love it. We'll be a better team when he comes back.
The reality of the situation is Kyrie Irving is a superstar, and I think he's going to show up. He understands what this year means to him individually for his future contractual aspirations, not to mention just the game that he has and the brilliance that comes along with it. Kyrie Irving will show up, and he's going to put on a show. Now, maybe not tonight, because that's going up against Boston. He might do a little something, but Boston are those dudes. That's the best team in basketball as far as I'm concerned, regardless of their recent struggles. When Robert Williams is on the floor, he just makes that much of a difference. It's going to be a challenge, but at the end of the day, Kyrie is so spectacular that all you needed was everybody else doing their job and being exceptionally well coached by a Coach of the Year candidate in Jacques Vaughn. He is a Coach of the Year candidate, and he deserves that job moving forward. He's doing an outstanding.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports. It's about that time again. Happy Friday the 13th. Great day today because I don't really focus on the whole freaking out of Friday the 13th. I actually like Friday the 13th because it's depending on how you look at it, right? If you think it's going to be a good day, it's going to be a good day. If you think it's going to be a bad day, it's going to be a bad day. That's about it. It's not rocket science, but, you know, it's all a mindset, you know what I mean? It's 100% mindset. Depends on how you look at things. You have to start looking at things as a more positive and more happy and more bright outlook. So that's just my piece. But let's get right into it. Last night, Brooklyn took it to Boston, and then Boston took over in the fourth quarter, and they just couldn't keep up. So, no Jaylen Brown, no Al Horford, no Kevin Durant, and I think I was watching the post game. Ben Simmons said it. He had 0 points, 13 assists, and he goes, when Kevin Durant is playing, that takes a lot of pressure off us. So if you read between the lines, he had a lot of pressure on him, because the thing is, he kept passing up open shots and whatnot. He did not want to shoot the ball. He was 0 for 3 in field goal attempts. And, you know, I get it, because that's not what he does. And I know Charles Barkley and all the other media analysts were all over him last night saying, you got to be more aggressive, you got to do your thing. I get it, right? You have to be more aggressive, but if you want to win a ball game, you got to focus on your strengths. So he had 13 assists. I'm going to look at the positive on this. He had 13 assists. Kyrie had 24 points, but they still couldn't get the job done. So moving forward, because I know this is going to be a potential matchup, whether it's Eastern Conference Finals or whatnot, it's going to be a potential matchup. You still got to take into consideration a lot of the teams where you got the Bucks, you got the Knicks are playing unbelievably, surprisingly well, given the fact that, you know, they don't have a superstar. They have like stars, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, who's playing unbelievable, but and RJ Barrett. But you also got to take into consideration the Sixers, the Heat. You never can count on the Heat because trade deadline is on, I believe it's on February 9th, and rumors are going rampant. Absolutely rampant. So here's the deal. I just heard, and I've been hearing this for a while, I just heard the Nets are targeting John Collins. And it's not a shock that Kyle Korver, who used to be on the training staff for the Nets, is now the assistant GM in Atlanta. Now, another report just came out about 10 minutes ago saying that Atlanta will be lowering the asking price for John Collins. I just think that John Collins is Brooklyn bound. He is Brooklyn bound, and they are looking forward to that because they need another power player on their team. Do they have the assets? Well, they are trying to give up Seth Curry. They could give up Joe Harris. The Sixers' first-round pick, I believe it's this season, which they acquired from James Harden trade. So they have all that. So this trade might happen within the next month, right? Or a couple weeks, whatever. This trade might happen. John Collins to the Brooklyn Nets. And also, I'm not putting any shade on Brooklyn getting to the Eastern Conference Finals because it's a toss-up, right? Anyone can do it. But Miami Heat is very interested in Zach LaVine. And if Pat Riley, which we all know is not afraid of making trades, he could get this deal done because Chicago is, like, I know they're playing well, but you know, if they have a chance to rebuild, because I don't think the whole DeRozan and Zach LaVine thing is a match made in heaven, right? Like they've been playing pretty well after that altercation, but still, if you have the opportunity to rebuild, you might as well. So Zach LaVine is a trade target rumor for the Miami Heat. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the Nets trade targets, the Heats, and anyone else. And again, what are you guys' thoughts on the Nets making it this next month without KD, right? I think it was Nick Friedel who basically asked Kyrie Irving yesterday, like, you guys already lost one game without KD. Like, dude, come on, man. It's just one game. Kyrie's playing insane, so you got to give him credit. Ben Simmons, the assist man, you got to give him credit. It was freaking Boston. Boston's unreal this season. Even though they have been slipping and sliding, they have won their last 5 games. So just, you know, it is what it is. Leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll discuss more trades. This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.